So let's understand osmosis today. For that, we have taken a glass of water and put some raisins into it, as you can see in the figure. Now what is happening? After some time, these raisins are getting swollen. मतलब ये जो raisins है वो साइज में बढ़ गई है, उनका साइज एक्सपांड हो चुका है. अब ऐसा यहाँ पे क्यों होता है? क्योंकि रेजिन्स के बाहर जो पानी का कॉन्सेंट्रेशन है, वाटर का जो कॉन्सेंट्रेशन है वो ज़्यादा है और रेजिन्स के अंदर वाटर का कंसंट्रेशन लो है. तो यहाँ पे वाटर इट विल मूव फ्रॉम वाटर मॉलिक्यूल्स इट विल मूव फ्रॉम आउटवर्ड्स टू इनवर्ड्स. नाउ लेट्स सी दिस फिगर टू अंडरस्टैंड दिस प्रॉपरली. अब यहाँ पे क्या होता है, रेजिन की जो मेम्ब्रेन है इट एक्ट्स एज अ सेमी परमिएबल मेम्ब्रेन. आपको ये याद रखना है, इसका ये कैसे एक्ट करेगा? एज अ सेमी परमिएबल मेम्ब्रेन. सेमी परमिएबल इसलिए बोला गया है क्योंकि ये सारी चीज़ों को अलाउ नहीं करता है पास करने होने के लिए. यहाँ पे वो सिर्फ सॉल्वेंट मॉलिक्यूल्स की, उसकी साइज सेमी परमिएबल मेम्ब्रेन की जो साइज़ है वो इतनी छोटी है कि वो सिर्फ सॉल्वेंट मॉलिक्यूल्स को ही पास करने देगा, ना कि सोल्यूट मॉलिक्यूल्स को. So in short, we can say that osmosis is defined as the spontaneous flow of the solvent molecules through a semi-permeable membrane into a solution, or you can say it is from a dilute solution to a concentrated one. Dilute solution का मतलब ये है कि वहाँ पे solute का जो concentration है वो कम होगा, it will move into a more concentrated solution. ओके तो रेजिन्स के केस में क्या है, बाहर जो है रेजिन के दैट इज़ अ डाइल्यूट सोल्यूशन, और रेजिन के अंदर जो हम बोलेंगे दैट इज़ अ मोर कंसनट्रेटेड वन, बिकॉज वहाँ पे पानी का जो अमाउंट है, सॉल्वेंट है, वो कम है. सो दिस इज ऑस्मियोसिस. नाउ लेट्स अंडरस्टैंड ऑस्मियोटिक प्रेशर. सो फॉर दैट वी हैव टेकन एन एक्सपेरिमेंट. एज यू कैन सी इन द फिगर, वी आर टेकिंग थीसल funnel, inverted थीसल funnel, into which there is a concentrated sugar solution, and on the top of it we have taken a piston. Okay, outside it, that means this whole inverted thesal funnel, उसको हम किस में रख रहे हैं? एक बीकर में, which is having water. Okay, water से भरा हुआ है. और ये जो थीसल फनल है उसका जो मेम्ब्रेन है, okay, as you can see in the figure, we have taken a semi permeable membrane below, that is cellophane paper. Now what is happening after putting this thesal funnel into the beaker? Osmosis process start हो जाता है. So water जो है that will start moving from the beaker into the thesal funnel. Okay, that is osmosis. So now what we have to do? We have to stop this osmosis. So that we can do by applying some weight on the top of the thesal funnel. ये weight रखने की वजह से क्या होगा, जो ये osmosis process है वो stop हो जाता है. That means the excess pressure that is applied on the solution side to prevent the flow of solvent into it through semi-permeable membrane is called osmotic pressure. तो ये जो weight जो आपने रखा है जिसकी वजह से osmosis process stop हो जाएगा, उसे हम क्या बोलेंगे? osmotic pressure. Now using data obtained by different workers, Van 't Hoff scientist was able to show that there was a close parallel connection between the pressure exerted by a gas and the osmotic pressure developed by a dilute solution. So first law which we are going to study today is Boyle's-Van 't Hoff law, which states that temperature remaining constant, temperature, when I am putting temperature as constant, the osmotic pressure, putting temperature constant, the osmotic pressure, we are taking osmotic pressure symbol as pi, of a dilute solution is directly proportional to the concentration of the solutions, and this law is known as Boyle's-Van 't Hoff law. And what is the second law? Second law is Charles-Van 't Hoff law, which states that concentration remaining constant, we are keeping concentration constant, the osmotic pressure pi of a dilute solution is directly proportional to the temperature. Now what we are doing, we are combining these two laws. Okay, when we are combining these two laws, that is pi proportional to C and pi proportional to T, okay, what we are going to get is pi proportional to Ct. Removing proportionality constant, we are going to get pi equal to RCT. okay, where R is a constant. Now we know that C is equals to what? N upon V. Concentration is nothing but number of moles per unit volume, that we already know. Putting this into this equation, what we are going to get? N upon V, okay, T. Now we are shifting this to that side. So pi V is equals to what? nRT. This is nothing but your gas equation. It resembles PV is equals to nRT. Okay. Please do like, share and subscribe for more videos.